You cut me open and cut me. You cut me open and cut me. You cut me.
Feel like I'm a dope. You're my fire. You're burning up my soul.
Okay, everybody. So it looks like we'll be racing the Baja 400 in the 50 Pro class on Mike Brutney's team. He gave me a call and said they were looking for a rider. Anyway, so we're going for it. Yeah, got to do some training. Don't have a lot of time. Got to get some pre-runner bikes together. My son Tim is going to be going for the first time in ever. So that would be pretty exciting. Get to see what Baja looks like with my kid. He'll chase for me during the race. So yeah, anybody that's interested in learning more information about Baja or what it's all about, feel free to send me a PM or hit me up directly. I am also looking for support. 60-year-old guy going out and doing the Baja. It's still pretty expensive, so any support is appreciated on top of the people that already do help me, which I really appreciate. ODI, O'Neill, OGO, Scott Goggles. And there's just a plethora of people that have been really still supporting me and that we have on our program. I usually have a big list, and I try to keep those guys in the loop. And I'm very thankful for having that at 60 years old. It's pretty amazing to even have any kind of help or even to be racing still, right? Obviously I'm not full-time anymore, so I'm just racing when the opportunities come about and when I feel like it, or if I feel good, or it just feels right. Otherwise I've turned down a lot of things and just kind of taking it easy. I want to enjoy racing and enjoy the process instead of killing myself. But training is everything and diet is everything. So I've been really focusing my energy on my diet. Lost 35 pounds. I feel really good. I think that everybody needs to start looking at what these people have been feeding us and how they've been poisoning us. And that's a whole nother subject. Anyway, just want to let everybody know that's what I'm doing. Baja 400, second week of September. So anyway, updates. Try to keep everybody updated. I've been pretty busy. Haven't had a chance to really get on here and talk about anything. So anyway, that's it. More to come later.
Bigfoot.
Okay, here we are, Saturday morning, trying to get all my stuff together for Baja. Sometimes you just don't realize how much work it really is. Every time you turn around, you're like, oh my God, I got to do this, got to do that. Yeah, so the pre-runner was ready to go, and then I look over and the tire's flat. I'm like, okay, time to fix a tire. So, just normal stuff. Anyway, I'm trying to work on getting some stuff packed up today just so it's ready to go tomorrow. The mounting stuff for the cameras and GPS and my phone and all that stuff, and that's pretty cool. Got that all dialed in, but I have a lot of other stuff to do. I got to put a pre-run tire on and get it ready to go, and pack all my boxes and get all of my pit stuff ready, the extra spares, anything I need that can go wrong, which is pretty much anything and everything. Hopefully pack up everything I need tonight in the truck. But man, I'm telling you, there's so much stuff to this. You just forget. If you don't do it on a regular basis, it's very difficult to get everything collected and get back into gear and try to put everything in the boxes and in your gear bag and just try to remember all the little things, especially once you go to Mexico and you cross the border. That's it. It's hard to get stuff down there. It's getting easier than it was back in the day, but still, I mean, it's a long ways. It's a lot of traveling, going back and forth. But yeah, that's it. Just trying to finish up, what I got going on, extra oil filters, stuff like that. Anything you'll need. And it could be anything. So the golden rule is if you thought about it and you didn't do something about it, it's going to be the one thing that fails 99.9% of the time. And usually it's a 50-cent part or something minor, or you just, that'll be fine. If you see it and you look at it, you go, no, that's not going to be fine. Put a zip tie on it, straighten it up, do whatever you got to do. But that's always the failure point every single time. And that's the detail, right? It's not so much the engine blowing up or something completely grenading, but it's definitely the detail part that takes you out of the race. So that's the stuff I'm trying to work on right now, and it drives you crazy. So I've got a list, then another list for the other list, and on and on. Anyway, we're getting there. Here's my beast of a 650. Don't look at the battery box. That's been on there for a long time. I just haven't gone back to weld it up different or make a new one. It was a hurry up and get her done. Anyway, got some different mounts here, so I'm going to try to hook up all of the stuff I need. Phone, GoPro, and then I've got another mount back here that I'm going to try to hook up for the audio. So I'll be able to do some audio while I'm riding. Kind of show you guys some different areas around Baja while I'm doing it. Anyway, she's pretty close. It ain't the cleanest bike in the world, but it's been pretty reliable. And 650, I mean, the thing can run with one rocker arm broke off. They just keep going. Some more updates. I'll try to do some YouTube, maybe some live stuff. We'll see how that goes. Anyway, signing off. Good morning. So a couple Baja updates. Trying to get everything ready to go. As usual, it's typical Baja. Something always comes in or snafus things. So Tim was going to pre-run with me and come down and chase for me. So the kid decided to go and fold his digit over the other side of the other two at Glen Helen practicing. So a little more complicated than it looked apparently, and he's going to have a fixator. Joy. And he just got done with the whole foot thing and got a pin in that. So he's starting to collect some titanium or stainless. Not good. Anyway, so it kind of put a hitch, but fortunately we've got some other options in a pre-run chase guy, so we're going to be good. Anyway, just wanted to give you an update what's going on. I have been on the internet, been pretty busy trying to get financially dialed in and get stuff together and figure out how to not leave and abandon the wife with no money. It's not easy. Anyway, getting the 650 ready. Got to add some more stuff. This is the old beast. Just picked up a mount for the phone. I got to put a USB plug. So that's next. That's what I'm going to do now. Yeah, she's just a good old beast. I beat this thing pretty hard. She just keeps going. I was going to use a GPS, but I don't, that's all fancy stuff. If I had lots of money, I'd just go buy whatever, but that stuff's kind of expensive, especially since I'm not really into the GPS thing like a lot of my buddies are. So they've got all kinds of stuff, but I do not have all of that stuff. I've got ICOs, things like that, but, for doing enduros. But I just didn't get into the GPS thing real big. I got a little teeny E-Trek thing. It's antique, doesn't work for crap. So I decided to use my phone. So I'm going to use OnX. A couple of buddies told me that works pretty good. So far it looks like I can download the maps, which I already did. And you can select an area. I don't know if anybody's had experience, which I'm sure a lot of guys have. But it's pretty cool. So I can, download the Baja map onto that and do all the virtual checkpoints. So I'm going to mount my phone right on this puppy. And I think it'll do the trick. It's this round mount stuff's pretty trick. There's some cheap options. I didn't go with the big vibrated dampy thing. And I like that I can also put a GoPro in here so I can get some good footage for you guys. And you can check that out too. Anyway, that's the update for now. We'll be leaving Sunday to go down to go pre-run. So I'll probably get out of here early Sunday morning and meet the guys at the house. And then we'll figure out our plan from there. Anyway, more updates coming. We'll keep you posted on the whole deal. Always work. All right. See if I can put this in the truck without killing myself. Get used to one motorcycle that's really light, and then you gotta move an XR6 to the yard. Things change. The heavy beast. Plus I'm getting older, so it used to be easy. It's usually the last inch that kills you. Like putting the 8-ball in, last ball, right? Alright. The other problem is making sure we don't grab our controls on the handlebars. Trying to get everything loaded and get out of here early enough. So I don't cross the border too late. Just to meet up with these guys at the house tonight, this afternoon. It would be good so we can all have a collective plan. Know where everybody's gonna be, right? There we go. Let's see, straighten her out. Nothing worse than going down the highway with your bike and leaning over. Makes you think your bike's falling. Beautiful. By the way, O'Neill makes these old school push button straps. These things are sick. These are the best straps of all time. They're fat. They have the old push button style, none of the ratchet strap thingy where you can't get the ratchet to unratchet. Yeah, those. Anyway, these are good. Okay, continue loading. Okay, we're on the road finally. Got pretty much everything I need. Hopefully. You never know. But I've checked off my list 2 or 3 times. And I made sure that last item, kiss the wife. Make sure you tell your lover. Because especially going to Mexico, anytime you go, or any trip, you should just remember your loved ones, right? Because it could be an instantaneous change in your life. It happens like that. So, that being said, all that's taken care of. I had to just get everything packed. It's always chaotic at the last minute. Just trying to make sure you don't forget something, and you still probably do, and then you just have to shrug it off. Anyway, I just stopped by see my friends Max and Michelle, and picked up a hat sack. I know, it's kind of weird, but it's a great idea, How many times have you been riding somewhere with your buddies and then you get off the bike and your hat is like mangled, right? So you end up trying to stretch out your hat, clean off the dirt, because you shoved it in your jacket or fanny pack or whatever, and then you put it on. You look like a dork. Anyway, it's just another cool little item, whatever. So we're gonna check it out. We'll take a pre-run with us. Oh, we have a hat to wear that's not dirty and destroyed. Maybe I'll give you some reviews on that thing if it works out, or if it just irritates me, if it's bouncing around on my back or whatever. Other than that, we're good to go, man. Just leaving Maricopa, heading towards the Tecate border, and I'll give you guys more updates on what's going on after I get there, and we'll collect some info. Okay. Peace out. Oh, it's a beautiful morning in Yuma. Long story. Drove all the way down to El Cajon and had to turn around and go pick up the wife. She decided she wanted to go. So that was another 4 hours back, another 4 hours back here. So about midnight, ended up crashing at this Comfort Inn in Yuma. And so now I got to go kick the tires and make it happen and get moving again. So it was an interesting day yesterday, kind of a wasted day. Yeah. Anyway, we're back on the gas and we'll be in Ensenada sometime in the next 4 or 5 hours. And yeah.
Hoje de teba coça, com nina minha. Veu é cote de fobat, e tento sair. Valeu vida por você, já sabe não sei. De falar antes de fazer, esqueça do play. De falar antes de fazer, esqueça do play. De falar antes de fazer, esqueça do play. De falar antes de fazer, esqueça do, esqueça do, esqueça do, esqueça do, esqueça do, esqueça do, prado.
So finally made it to Valley T. Decided to get all my gear on and just get at it. So here I am getting dressed, hopefully get on the bike and make it happen. Read you loud and clear. Amigos pit. Alright. down and around, I might come back. This bottom section, I can hook in right here. I'm gonna keep my eyes open up on top and see if it comes out up here. PCP. Okay. Now, take that cheetah line, you might lose the race. It doesn't come out right here. Have a good one.